When you read a book, you relax. You're in your favorite place, resting and seeking refuge from the stresses of everyday life. You will read the book, turn the pages. In your mind, images come and go. But when that book closes, when you have finished reading it, when the last page has been flipped so that the other side is showing, someone dies. More than that someone. People die. Mountains crumble, seas dry up, and boats sink into that dry sea. Not just boats, vessels, fleets, all their crew. And as that happens, the sky falls, towers topple, castles are emptied before they lie in ruin, until every stone has turned to dust. Forests burn, the stars fall, and the sun implodes. An entire universe revolves around a dark nothingness, while everything is stripped away. What is left is horrendous. What is left is indescribably despicable. What is left is the purely evil work of the devil himself as he rises into power before he too vanishes away. What is left is nothing, a blank canvas, an empty tomb that was never crafted, an empty house that was never built. You are a monster. When that book was opened, you turned on the sun. As you read his name, the first character was born. When the words described him to you, his clothes were fashioned, his eyes were coloured, and his hair was styled. You built his home. You carved the markings on every grave. At least there was a grave. When the words told you the sun set, so it did. When you pictured vast landscapes unrecorded, but in the background of the adventure all the same, because in your mind it was logical, those mountains formed. When that bird sang, you chose the notes, and you destroyed it all. For when a book closes, you may dwell on what you read, but after a time, you forget. Then you read it again. You long for the world you created and left behind to die. You long to see the man under the sun in his home near the towering mountains that were there because you made them, and the bird that sings perched on the grave with markings, but it's not there. It's gone. So you read. The words tell you that there is a sun, so a sun is lit. The words tell you there is a man, so he is born. And once again that canvas is painted, but it is not the same. It will never be the same, because as you read of the bird's song, the note has changed. And all the while a weeping universe lies in the pure blackness of a white nothingness that has wiped everything clean, from the houses, the towns, the rivers, the valleys, the stars, the sky, the mountains, the people, the bird whose song has been written, but is never heard, because you moved on. And as a different man goes on an adventure, you don't care. You smile, you laugh, you cry when graves are filled. You put markings on those graves. And you don't care. It's all gone. But you don't remember what you have lost, because you have been wooed by the temptations of an almost identical fantasy that struggles to get its time in the cruel webbings of your head before you cast it out as you close the book once more, because that's who you are, because you are that monster. The lives you have brought to ruin. Uncountable.